Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to do is we're going to practice deleting text files. A few different ways of doing this, and I've got a directory here called D and I've got some text files in it. So we're just going to jump to the programs, make them a little bit bigger. So first of all we're going to do the easiest version. I call this delete files 1. So we've created a scalar variable to my desktop and to the folder, and the name of the text document I want to delete, that's called target.txt. As you'll see here, that's the one I want to delete, so that's the target. To do that we use the unlink command, and we put the variable in here, which is the path, which corresponds to this. And we've got a generic error handler here, so if something goes wrong when we're deleting it, it should throw up an error deleting, and then we print a message out to the user telling the user we've deleted the file. So let's go down here. This is number 1. Let's just save that and let's just run the program to delete target.txt. Okay, it says deleted here. Let's have a look in the folder. Okay, target.txt has been deleted. Okay, which brings us on to the next one, delete files 2. So again, we've created the scalar variable here to the folder on the desktop, which is D, and I've created another scalar variable here called file.ext, file extension. So this is the file extension that we're targeting. It's a .txt. Then we use the print command and we print a message out to the user telling the user what's going to happen and a new line. So we're telling the user we're deleting text files, and we're actually going to delete all the text files here. So we use my files here, which is an array, and we assign it to glob and the path up here, so it should load all the files into the array. And then we use the for each loop to loop through. We use the iterator here. We iterate over it using file in the file, so we iterate over it, and then we do the matching, the conditional, using if. So if the file here matches the file extension .txt, we're going to unlink the file, delete the file, and then we print out to the user, we interpolate the file name into here and we print deleted. Or else, if that's not the case, then we print out not a text file. So what I'm going to do for that, I'm going to run number 2. I'm going to call it from here. So this is number 2. Let's just save that and let's run it. Okay, so it says here deleting text files. This is not a text file, because these are folders and these are text files here that have been deleted. Let's have a quick look in here. Where are we? We're here. So all those text files have gone. So now I've got to create maybe 1 or 2 more text files in here for examples. Let's have a look. Let's give this one an easy name, something like X, I think. Right, so we've done that. Number 2. So we've done that. So we're going to come down here onto number 3. So we've created the subroutine here again. We've got the scalar path to the folder D, and then we'll use chdir to change directory into that path. We use the print command to print out a message to the user to tell the user what's going to happen, and we use the sleep function here and we add a value of 1 into it. So this will pause it for 1 second. Again, we've got the array files assigned to glob, so we load the files into the array, and then we use the for each to iterate over all the files in the array, and then we use the conditional here, and we've got this F here, this F, which means file. So we check if the file here that we've iterated over is a file, and if it is a file, we unlink it, and we have the generic error message just in case anything goes wrong, and then we print out and interpolate the file name into there. It's been deleted. Or else, if that's not the case, this is the catch-all, we print out not a text file. So let's have a look again. Let's just run this. So this is delete files 3. Oops, not 2, 3. Okay, 3, and let's run it. Okay, so it's gone through. It said not a text file because these here are folders, if you can remember. Yeah, this one and this one has been deleted. Okay, so let's go in and have a look here. Yeah, been deleted. Let's create another one now for the last example. So this is going to be X. Okay, so let's go back to the IDE. Let's have a look. So we've got the subroutine here called delete files 4. Again, we've got the path here to the folder, and we've changed the directory into the folder. This example is a little bit more complex, and we're only deleting one file at a time. So again, we're printing out a message to the user listing all files. We've got the sleep function, again pausing it for 1 second. We've got the files array, so we load everything into the files array, and we've got the for each to go through all the files again and print out the files while we're at it. So we can print out the files and select a file from there. And we print with a new line, enter file to delete. We use the chomp, my file name, and assign it to standard input here. This will get the input, the file name that we will type in. And then we use the conditional to evaluate it. So we use the E here. So that means exists. So if this file name here exists that we've typed in, then we print deleting the file name. File name is interpolated into there. We pause it for 1 second with the sleep function, then we use the unlink to delete the file name. And we've got the generic error message in case something goes wrong, and then we print out a message to the user interpolating the file name into here, deleted. Or else, if that's not the case, we interpolate the file name into here again, and we give out a message saying is not file format. Okay, so we're going to have to call this. So this is 4. So let's have a look what this does. Let's just save it and let's just run it. Okay, so listing all files. So we've listed files in there. There's actually only one, and that's x.txt. So enter the file to delete, x.txt. Hit enter. Deleting, x deleted. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to have a look in here, and x has been deleted. Okay, so we're going to type in another one now. I'm going to type in x.txt. This is the file we've deleted. Let's see what happens. Okay, so x.txt is not a file format. We'll actually have to change this. So let's say file name is file name error or something like that, just very generic. Okay, so there you go, everybody. Bob's your uncle and Fanny is your auntie. I hope you've enjoyed those few examples, and remember, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit the subscription button. Very important. And I will catch you in another video. Bye-bye.